Today I am going to cook a smoked salmon omelette. Right now I have my pan preheated on 350 degrees. I had put a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon of olive oil. I have some diced asparagus that has been cleaned and cut. I have some sweet orange peppers that have been diced and cleaned as well. Some red sweet peppers, cleaned and cut. Right here I have some bella mushrooms that has been cleaned, cut, petite size. And some yellow onions that have also been cut. Now that I have all the vegetables on the griddle, I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to mix it in well. I want to blend in all the vegetables together. And once I mix it all together, I'm going to slowly take my time and spread it out so it can evenly cook. Now when it comes to the vegetables, you can put whatever vegetables you desire. You can put some zucchini, you can put spinach. For my vegans, you can use, instead of eggs, you can use just eggs. The Just Vegan egg bottle, excuse me. You can have that with the veggies that I had put on the griddle. And just eliminate the salmon. Now I have 3 small eggs that I'm going to scramble. And some ground black pepper. I'm going to put about a pinch of black pepper into the bowl and then take my whisk and whisk it. I'm going to scramble it until all the eggs are broken up. Once I scramble it, and I see all the eggs are completely scrambled, I'm going to stop, and now I am going to put my smoked salmon. This side is filleted whole, and I actually took it and I broke it into pieces. I'm going to put it in my eggs now. When you have the smoked salmon, you do not need to use any salt. The smoked salmon alone has enough salt in here. So now I'm just going to mix the salmon with the eggs. And then I'm going to pour the eggs slowly onto the vegetables. But I want to make sure before I do that the vegetables are cooked. And I want to also make sure that the vegetables are spread out, so when I pour the egg batter, it is covering every vegetable that I have on the griddle. This meal is a meal that you can have for breakfast. You can also have it for brunch. And, you know, if you want dinner, breakfast for dinner, I think this would be a good meal as well. So now I'm taking the eggs and I'm slowly drizzling it all over the vegetables. I want to make sure that all the vegetables are getting a little bit of eggs on it, because I want to make sure that when I flip the omelet, there's no holes, no pockets in the middle of the omelet. I don't know if you can see, but the smoked salmon is slowly coming out and dropping onto the vegetables. Now, you have to make sure that the vegetables and the salmon is spread out. And if it's not, it's better to do it when it's still early, when the eggs are still runny. You have enough time to like move your vegetables and your protein around. If you see that there's some eggs that's still runny on top of what you have, like on top of the omelet, you can run it down off of the top of the omelet onto the side of the pan or the griddle, and it would also help with the cooking process. Now, every now and then I have to make sure that my eggs are not sticking to the bottom. So I will continuously take the spatula and run it right underneath the omelet just to make sure that it's easy to lift up, because I don't want to flip it and the egg is actually sticking to the pan. If that happens, it will break the omelet. So to prevent that, you just have to make sure you have enough oil in the pan or in the griddle to prevent it from sticking. This omelet is I think anyone can have, can eat it, like the kids. If you have any kids who don't really care to have vegetables, if you dice the vegetables very fine and you put it in there with the fish and the vegetables together, like if you put it in very fine cuts of it, I don't think you would have a hard time with your child eating it. The smoked salmon tastes very similar to ham, so it will confuse a lot of people, especially the pescatarians out there. If you you like the taste of ham, but you don't eat it anymore because of the nutritional facts, then I would say try the smoked salmon with your omelet, and you would really start to think that you're eating ham all over again. Now I'm just going to press down on it. I want to make sure that the eggs are not running. And if it is, I will continue to keep it on there. But if the eggs are not running, then you can start to take it up and place it on a plate. But because this omelet is kind of heavy, I want to make sure that when I lift it up, I'm lifting it up in a good spot. I don't want to lift it up at the tip of the omelet because it can break or fall off of the spatula. So if anything, I want to aim to lift it up in the middle of the omelet, so the weight of the omelet can still stay on the spatula. I believe I have it right here. Okay. Now I am going to pair my omelet with avocado and strawberries, and I'm going to top it off with some red tomatoes. But you can put whatever you like on your omelet, and you can eat it with whatever you like, whether it's toast, pancakes, waffles. I'm actually going to share this omelet with my little girl, so it serves for 2 people. Voila! Smoked salmon omelet with asparagus and red peppers and onions.